Speak your soul. Speak your soul. Just let it go. Let it go. Speak your soul. Speak your soul. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow.
Welcome to Speak Your Soul Sessions. This is Slept on Shay. I am so excited to join you here for another session. So, this is yet another topic or idea sent in from someone who has been looking at the channel. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for coming up with this topic. So, how to deal with hard times. Ooh, this is hard. Life can be hard, right? We're living in a world where there is inflation going on, and if you're in your late 20s and beyond, sometimes it's a transitional period where you're like, all right, do I have a family? What do I want to do with my career? Like being adulting wherever whatever stage you're in, it's just hard. You're trying to pay bills, you're constantly trying to figure out who you are and what stage of life you should be in or what your next move should be. It's just can be overwhelming just to be human, right? So, how do you deal with hard times? Well, my first response would be to be in tune with your emotions. Stop trying to hide that pain. I know we're living in a world where people are like, be cold hearted, but just because you have emotional intelligence does not mean you have to just cut off your emotions altogether, right? It is okay. Step one, right? They say step one is admitting that you have a problem, right? So, yeah, absolutely. Admitting that you have an issue and that you are hurting. It is okay to hurt. You're going to hurt. There's no way that you can avoid hurt. To be human is to hurt. Okay, so just admit your anger, your sadness, your depression, your frustration. Be real with yourself when you look into that mirror or when you're by yourself and you're not in a room full of people. Admit that first you are going through a struggle and sit in that. Then I would say the next step is to not try to do it all on your own or be alone. A lot of people go through things and they suffer silently. Let somebody know, whether it's friends, family, a pastor, a therapist, whoever, right? A stranger on the street even, if you feel so inclined. A coworker, whoever. Let someone know that you are going through a rough time so that they see you. Do not pretend to be this strong person that has everything together all of the time. Um, just admit that you have a problem and then reach out for help. And of course, friends and family members can be a very great sounding board when you're going through hard times. But if we're being real and being honest, family and friends are always like, it's going to be okay. You're going to do great. You're this amazing person. And it's just, and it's true, right? You absolutely are an amazing person who's going to get through these tough times. You can do anything you put your mind to. I know that sounds so cliche, but no, really, you are great, okay? We're not denying that. However, friends and family sometimes, and the ones that do, I congratulate you. Thank you. Big ups to you. But they don't give you solutions. Things that you need should be very actionable things that will get you out of that space. You're alone with these negative thoughts, going through these rough times, and then you're like, all right, finally I'm going to talk to somebody about it. My friend, my homeboy, my homegirl, my mom, my dad, whoever, and they're just going to give you these positive affirmations, but sometimes they don't always give you solutions. So the next step, the third step, definitely would be, after you actually just vent to your circle about it, is most likely seek professional help. Do not go to social media or Facebook and tell the whole world how you're struggling. That's not what we're talking about here. Might be a therapist. If you believe in God, it could be your pastor. You're seeking divine help or spiritual help. It could be going to some type of event where you know that you have a goal, right, that you can't reach, and you see this group of men or women or people where they got to where you want to be. You can't get to this place. You're struggling. You're angry. You could go to that event, a networking event, and learn from the greats. But the point is that when you are going through hard times, do not just sit in it and be alone. Let someone know that really loves and cares about you, and then take action to get out of that place. And if we're talking about, let's say, just depression here, what I've heard from several sources is that sometimes it's the little things that will help you, just literally getting up out of the bed, even if it's just staring at the wall for a while, taking a shower, or just doing these little things that is going to reshift your focus and get you to a place where you're out of that funk, right? But the point is that when you are going through hard times, you should not sit there forever. You should acknowledge your emotions. If you're angry, you're angry. Like I said, if you're sad, you're sad, if you're going through these things. But don't try to be this hero or take on the savior complex or take on the strong. We hear this all the time, ladies, right? I'm talking to my ladies right now. That strong black woman trope. Or, oh my goodness, in society, people are so-called always telling men they can't cry, they can't hurt. Who told you that, right? And men will be like, society says, or men were. No, these people aren't in your house with you, or in your apartment, or your parents' home, or wherever you're living. People will be like, society said that. I'm like, you have you and your inner circle and the little inner sanctum that you created each and every day. It'll be like, society said. Do you mean social media? You looked at some video on social media where somebody said that you have to be strong all the time, and you took that and ran from it? Or maybe your parents really did say that you weren't allowed to cry or show emotion. Maybe you grew up with that type of parent. Sure, I get that. Maybe, in your community, that's what you saw, that's what you internalized, and that's what you thought you had to be. Sure. But this channel is all about healing. I haven't mentioned it yet, but the channel is also definitely going to be about breaking generational curses and unlearning really toxic behavior. So you don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to have everything figured out. It is very okay to be human, because that's what you are. So to get over hard times, let's review it. Admit that you are going through something. Let those emotions out. Let people know, or just that one person, whoever that may be, that you love and trust, and let them know you're going through this. And then 3, take action to correct the problem. And do this throughout your whole life, because hard times happen often. life is full of ups and downs, and it's okay to be down, but the point is that you want to get yourself in a space where you get out of that place, because you're too great, you're too handsome, you're too beautiful to just be looking angry all the time and in a funk. You have too much to offer the world and friends and family. You're too great of a person to not be living your best life. So just try to get out of it. And once again, you can do anything you put your mind to. And I'm going to leave things on that note. So thank you so much for listening to Speak Your Soul Sessions. Remember to subscribe, like, share this video if you love it. Even if you hate it and you think I said something crazy in here or that didn't make sense, hey, share it too so everybody can come and yell at me and say she doesn't know what she's talking about. I'm kidding. No. But just I hope that you have found this session very valuable, and also remember to comment topics you want to hear about on this channel. This is about you. This is about things that matter to you. Of course, things that matter to me as well, but I really want to ensure that my followers feel heard and they know that this is a safe space. Okay, have a wonderful day, evening, and night wherever